I don't understand a lot of the hate for the Chiefs. I do get people being upset at certain rules, right? Because the big deal, if you guys aren't aware, is Patrick Mahomes does this little cheap move where now they're very strict because the NFL is trying to be more conscious of like late hits and things of that nature. They're a lot touchier on the calls for quarterbacks specifically when a quarterback steps out of bounds, even if you just bump them, which is bound to happen, right? If I'm running full speed down the sideline and you're running full speed at me to tackle me, I mean, you have to hit me, right? And so what Mahomes is doing, he's kind of riding that sideline and he slows down like he's going to go out of bounds, and the defender has to let up and they have to make a decision. Do I tackle him and maybe get the penalty because he's just going to step out of bounds if he sees that I'm committing to him? Or do I stop? And what Mahomes has been doing is then getting an extra 4 or 5 yards by sort of the defender slows down, so then he keeps going and he progresses a little bit. And people have been rightfully calling it out for, cheating the rule a little bit, cheating the system. But at the end of the day, it is the rule, and I don't know how it's not much different than James Harden, if he's got a hand on him, or Chris Paul having a hand on him, right? Somebody's handshaking them, and you knowing that they're going to call foul if you swing your arms underneath it and getting that foul. You're playing to the rule. So I understand being upset at the rule, but I don't know if it makes him the biggest scum on the earth like people are suggesting. And the reason I'm bringing all this up is because it's so interesting how many people cannot stand the Chiefs. I saw so many people they said this is going to be the lamest Super Bowl of all time, the least anticipated matchup because it's the Eagles and Chiefs again. And it's interesting because every couple months, especially after LeBron maybe has a not so great game or something like that, or Steph Curry and the Warriors lose a couple games in a row, I get 100 edits on my TikTok page that are flooded with, man, I miss Golden State and the Cavs in the finals every year. Oh my God, bro, this era when LeBron was making the finals every year, that was da-da-da-da-da. Or people are going as far to pretend that they loved Tom Brady when Tom Brady was playing football. Now, I liked Tom Brady when he was playing football because I thought it was cool to see him win. And once he won a couple, I was like, okay, this is kind of crazy. I might see something historical here. Let's see what we're going to get into. Same thing when Golden State wins a couple. I'm kind of rooting for them to keep winning. You want to see, at least I like to see a dynasty. And because they're so hard to keep together that it's interesting for me. But in the day-to-day, maybe more short-mindedness of many sports fans, it's nah, if this person's good, I just want them to fall off. I'm bored of this shit. It's the same shit every year. Get this out of here. And in 5 years from now, when Mahomes, maybe not 5 years, however many years from now, when Mahomes isn't him anymore, or he's retired, the same fucking idiot kids that were crying about, oh my God, I hate Mahomes, are going to be in the comments of whatever app it is next, being yo, actually, I miss Mahomes and Kelsey when they were going to the Super Bowl, man. They had that crazy run where they three-peated. That was iconic. And I just don't get it. I almost it makes me want to go back in time, because I'm sure there were people that were sick of the Bulls in the 90s. But I can promise you there was people then being man, no way. I'm so sick of Michael Jordan being in the NBA Finals. I'm so sick of the best player in the world. Who are you, bro? Don't get me wrong. Did the Chiefs, they won some games by, very, very small margins this year. And I'm not a big NFL guy. I don't follow all the teams. All right, I just got back into it this year. I was excited. I'm a Bears fan, so I'm all jacked up on the Caleb Williams hype. And so I got loosely back into the whole NFL. And yeah, they had some games that weren't as strong as maybe they had in previous years. But I don't know what more this guy could do to prove to you he is generational talent. He's already won 3 Super Bowls, right? I think he's already won 3 Super Bowls. I'm looking this up real quick. He already has 3. He's already won 3, and he's been to 4. And this is going to be his 5th one. I don't know. I get it. You want to see something different, whatever. That's cool, and it's great to root for. I thought the Bills had a very legitimate chance this year. I thought Lamar Jackson and the Ravens had a very legitimate chance this year. But, if you're not a fan of their team, or you're not a fan of the team that they're immediately playing, your team has no contention at all, I don't understand the hate. I just don't understand the hate for this person. Don't you want to see the best players play on the best stage, right? I don't know. When I was growing up, I didn't like LeBron for a time because I was a fucking Bulls fan, and he's destroying us in the playoffs. So, yeah, I wanted to see LeBron lose, sure. So I get it. If you're a Buffalo Bills fan and you hate the Chiefs, 100% understood. But I don't get, like, none of you from the rest of the league have any validity in your hate towards this guy, because I swear to God, when he's on Fox in 10 years calling games with Tom Brady, y'all are going to be sitting there sucking him off, being like, man, it was crazy back when Mahomes was running the league, the same way they do with Brady now. And it's insane, too. I was talking to a Patriots fan, someone who grew up a Patriots fan during Tom Brady era and him winning all these Super Bowls, sitting there complaining that the NFL is scripted and they just want Mahomes to win and blah, 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 blah. It's like, bro, you don't think the NBA wanted Michael Jordan to win? You don't think the NBA wants LeBron to get back to a finals? That's your moneymaker, bro. Sure, there's probably a little bit of a pull where the league is like, yeah, it would be good for us financially if this person, our biggest name, made it back to the biggest stage. But they're not calling the games for them. And I know there's been some bad calls. Definitely been some bad calls for the Chiefs. 100% agree. I've seen some of them, they're atrocious, but there's been a lot of bad officiating across the NFL. So I don't know. I think I heard an analyst say, Rex Ryan, who used to coach the Jets, say, you don't leave the game up to the refs. Like, you don't leave it up to them. Like, you got to take care of business. I know it's hard when you feel like you're playing against them, but I don't know. That's my 2 cents. It's like, dude, if you sat there, especially if you were a fucking Patriots fan and you grew up with Tom Brady, you spoiled motherfucker, and you're sitting here crying about Mahomes going to a few Super Bowls, he's still got to get 4 more. He got to win this year and then get another 3 more to compete with Brady. Like, chill. But yeah, that's sorry. I had a little monologue about that because I just been hearing a lot of talk about it, and I did not expect them to make it back. I didn't think so. They're going to be the first team ever, not the first team ever to go to 3, I don't think, in a row. But if they win, they'll be the first team ever to win 3 in a row, and I feel like they got a good chance. I mean, the Eagles look really, really good, but they got a good chance.
Thanks for watching that last video, guys. Click right over here to see the episode in its entirety, or click over here to subscribe and check out all the other cool shit we have on the channel. What are you going to do? What are you going to do? Do it.